starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Bass in your face. Bass in your face.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or watching the channel for the first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense, because here on this platform, we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Okay. As always, I want to start out by giving a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel. Whether you have been a supporter from day one or just recently joined the Uncommon folk, I really appreciate all your love and all the support that you have given me. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, particularly Instagram and TikTok. Your continued support really touches my heart. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices and all those who watch from the clouds, even the haters. So, what I'm going to ask you to do, if you have not done so, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and set the bell notification to all. So, therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. Okay. So, tonight's topic is going to be my response to the soft guy era. I will be discussing that in a few minutes. Okay. Before I get into the topic, we're going to have another episode of In My Words. Before I begin, let me just state that the link to join the panel has been pinned. So therefore, if anyone at any time during the stream wishes to join the panel and opine regarding the topic in question, they may do so. Let me make this perfectly clear. If I never seen you or heard from you, I will insist that you come up in the backstage for the purpose to make sure that no one tries to flash anything inappropriate, which would cause the good people you too to take down the stream. Now, in regards to tonight's topic, it's something that happened. It's a very new. I will discuss it further. What's it about? I like to think it's my response to the modern women who have these crazy, outrageous demands as far as what a man should bring. Talking about, well, a man's got to give me $5,000 a month. You got to fly me to Dubai. It's got to pay my rent. Got to pay all my bills and let me spend his money nonstop. So this is basically the consequences of the stupidity of some of these modern women. So I will discuss it. Hopefully the ladies will chime in. I'm sure they're going to have some strong opinions about it. Okay. Now, we're coming across, it will soon be time for the National Puerto Rican Day Parade. And of course, we have a parade on Fifth Avenue, which covers from 43rd to 72nd Street. So it's an opportunity for us Puerto Ricans, whether it be Puerto Ricans that were born and raised in Puerto Rico, or those like myself that was born and raised in the mainland, to show our pride. Okay. Now, last year, it was my first time attending the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and I had the unique privilege to sit from the grandstands, which was a big blessing considering it was a humid day. My knee was starting to act up, so perhaps this year I'll have another opportunity to do so. And of course, it'll be thanks to my local SSE, Local 371. Also, before the parade, there's usually a breakfast early in the morning. So it looks like I'm going to have an opportunity to attend that breakfast and see some of my father Boricuas to celebrate our pride. Okay. Now, as far as my other channel, which is called Latina Diaspora, I have discussed this before, but the purpose of the channel is to discuss issues pertaining to Latinos living in the United States, particularly those of us that were born and raised in the mainland. Now, what I did in the description, I added the link to go to that channel, and I will be conducting a stream on Thursday at 8:15 regarding Latinos in the 2024 election. I think we're going to have a huge say regarding not just as far as who's going to occupy 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, but as far as all the other political offices, like in the Senate, the House, and local offices as well. So, of course, all of you, we're more than welcome to chime in. You don't have to be Latino to chime in. You could just express a point of view. Now, I'm still trying to figure out what's going to be a good time to air my stream for Latina Diaspora. So what I might do is Monday, I may air stream that Monday. Then Tuesday, I'll do my main channel. And then Thursday and Friday, the other streams we got in my main channel. At some point, I might air two of my main channel during the week, and the other two on the other one. Try to build up my other channel. Okay, and of course the same rules apply. Everyone's welcome, but of course I'm going to do my best to keep it drama free. Of course, everyone will be allowed to express their point of views as they see fit. The stipulation is that people must be mutually respectable when it comes to observations and viewpoints, whether it be on the panel or whether it be on the chat. And of course, anyone that I have no knowledge about will have to come up in the backstage, so make sure they don't do anything inappropriate. Okay. I see here we have a comment. Okay. Now, I don't know about that. Good evening, Don Amano. Thank you very much for stopping by. Let me just let everybody know that Don Amano has his channel, and he does create a lot of great content. So I would ask, if you've not done so, subscribe to his channel. You know what? I need to do some research on it, so I can't opine either way regarding that topic. But when it's appropriate, I will comment. With that being said, we're going to get into the main topic. of course, Don Amando has his sense of humor. And I vote for the Shave Supremacist Party. Okay, now look, let me just, okay, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. Both Joe Biden and Donald Trump have a lot to be decided. I mean, basically, unfortunately, it's going to be a repeat of 2020 when it's going to be the argument between two grumpy old men. Okay. I am not happy with the choices I have, but those are the choices we do have. Of course, I can vote for a third party candidate, which basically has a snowball's chance in hell of getting elected. But I would encourage all of you to please vote. Okay. Even if you decide to write your own name as a writing candidate, make sure you vote. So getting to the main topic, I'm going to be talking about the soft guy era. Okay. This is something that's happening recently in social media. Now, some people saying that it is satire. Some people are calling it real. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Good evening, Dreadlock Diaries. Good evening. And I just want to let everybody know that Keshawn has her channels. One of them is Dreadlock Diaries. I'm sorry. I know I'm having a senior moment, but basically on that channel, she discusses her journey about locks and how to maintain locks and how to show pride in having locks. Okay. If I had hair, maybe I would have locks. Unfortunately, I haven't. If you can tell, the times I've came up, I don't have much hair left. And also Grapevine and Wine, when she talks about things that has nothing to do with locks. So I would ask, if you've not done so, please show some love and subscribe to our channels as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully my computer will cooperate. And then what I will do is I'm going to, nope. Now, I will say this much, that as far as the modern women's concerned, some of them, there's been considerable amount of pushback regarding this drizzle. Okay. You're welcome, okay, Sean. Now, this is the person. Okay, I'm just that. The name Drizzle. Okay, is this person or that person? I'm not too sure. Okay, because there's a new movement going viral on TikTok, and it's got the men entering their soft guy era. The movement is a direct response to the perceived sense of entitlement in regard to dating some women show online, particularly when women who see themselves as the ultimate prize and refuse to share the date broke men who won't take care of them. So this is the movement I got started. It is serious, and what does the term drizzle have to do with it? Here's what you need to know. In 2023, the trend started going around on TikTok when they saw some women announcing that they were entering in their soft girl era. This era loosely defined as someone as a rejection of the girl boss lifestyle denoted by a focus on stress and drama-free living and self-care, with the emphasis on homemaking and finding a man that can provide for them. This era was supported by many women, was also criticized by as a step backward to the more patriarchal terms. Recently, TikTokers Scarface Mark and Bill Little Goody began posting videos parodying the idea of the softball era and responding what they see as entitled women in general who refuse to date men who can't pay their way in life. In these videos, in which they loudly comment in nature, they claim that they are in their soft guy era, meaning they decided to stop dating broke women and find women who could provide for them and nurture them. This includes paying all the bills, bringing them nice restaurants, and doing all the things men might stereotypically need for women to do. Okay. Now, what does drizzle mean? In many soft guy era videos, the men would like to throw the term drizzle into the rant. The term simply comes out of nowhere, but is actually a parody of the term sprinkle, which went viral on TikTok in 2023. So what does sprinkle mean? Sprinkle is a term started by YouTuber Letitia Butler, and her words means bless your heart or right back at you. It was adopted by TikTok, especially by women in 2023. Now, thanks to the soft guy era movement, men have decided to parody with the term drizzle. How does the soft guy era discuss online? Throughout April, TikTok has been posting as much as possible about being in the soft guy era, inspiring men to make videos supporting their lifestyle. Many of these videos are comedic and feature men giving fictional accounts of dates with broke women who took them to cheap restaurants, refused to pay their bills, etc. Others were taking a bit more serious and claiming the soft guy era as a genuine response to take down what they see as entitled women who see themselves as a prize in a relationship and are praised for refusing to date broke men. Women are also getting on the trend in these videos. You need to support the idea behind the soft guy era or go against it. Across TikTok and YouTube, you find women who either see the soft guy era as a funny and positive way of combating the more toxic soft feminist movement, and especially the soft girl era, or mocking them as an idea claiming that they're feminizing men. And come on. Okay. So basically, that's the definition of the soft guy era. Now, let me just give you my view. Okay, first of all, now I have to admit, I was born and raised in a different era. Okay. In the era that I was raised, which was the 70s and the early 80s and whatnot, you have men that perform the masculine roles, and you have women who perform the masculine roles. I mean, the feminine roles, even though you have many women going out there, pursuing their degrees and pursuing their education, pursuing their dreams and what have you. Okay. Now today we have, now I'm going to say this in this fashion because I don't want the women to crucify me saying that I'm applying this to all women. No, I'm not. But you have quite a lot of modern women that going out saying, oh, if they cannot give me $5,000 a month, I don't want to date the person. If they cannot pay for my car, no. If they cannot fly me to Dubai on first class, no. Okay. And let me just say this to those ladies that's posting that cringe stuff on TikTok and in Instagram, you asked for it and you got it. Okay. Yes. Yes, please subscribe and please hit the like button as you enter into the building. Thank you very much. I really love my mods. Okay. So in me, in critiquing this movement, okay, this is not meant this is not meant to be an attack on women in general. Okay. Not all women are that entitled. Not all women see themselves as a prize and only see men as far as how much they can get. I mean, and basically, but you have some women insisting that they send cash apps and send lots of money and pay their bills and what have you. And then when these men ask these women what they bring to the table, the only thing they can say is the box. Okay. There's a word for that, co-prostitution. Okay. Now, look, let me make this perfectly clear. I'm not saying, oh, women fall like that, but it seems like you come across a lot of these, a lot of these cringe videos that you see is by women who think that they're more than what they are. Okay. Now, I have no problem when people, whether it be male or female, have a healthy sense of self-esteem and they value themselves. I have no problem. I say bravo if that is the case. Where it gets when it becomes a problem is when you have people that create these incredibly high standards that no one can achieve. First of all, when it comes to men, let's make it perfectly clear. Most men make about maybe $40,000 or $50,000 a year. Okay. But to some of these modern women, that's being broke. So basically making $1,000 a week, you call that being broke. Particularly if you're living in some places where the cost of living is not that high. $50,000 a year is a lot of money. Okay. So what I see is the following. And you see some modern women getting upset because basically now the men is using the same logic, the same rhetoric that they have been saying for a long time. Okay. And we men had to hear it all. We've been hearing it for a long time. Okay. Which is what let some men decide, you know what? I'm not even going to deal with the women here in the United States. I'm going to go overseas. I'm going to go Latin America. I'm going to find a wife that's going to be submissive and treat me, give me the love and care I need. First of all, let me just state this. Women are women for the most part. In whatever country that you decide to go. Now, in some countries, women are more feminine, are more traditional as far as their role. But you find women in Latin America who could be just as toxic as women here in the United States, and sometimes even worse. And of course, another misconception, and particularly when it comes to Latinas, that they're docile, they're submissive. Okay. Latinas, those living in Latin America, they're more inclined to accept the idea of marriage and the more feminine. But believe me, they have a temper. They'll let you know without hesitation where you go out of line. And if you think that dating a Latina is going to be someone that's meek and mousy type, you are mistaken. Okay, you are mistaken. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a video. Actually, it's just one that many that you see on YouTube. Okay, and to be perfectly honest, to see some of the women reacting hostile, in a hostile manner regarding Drizzle is hilarious, and I'm going to tell you why. Because basically, they get now some of these modern women are getting a taste of their own medicine, and they don't like it. Okay. Hopefully, the women, if there's any women, they'll join the panel so they can express their point of view. Or what they can do if they disagree and disagree with what I'm saying, by all means, state your disagreement. State where you disagree. I think it is, tend to be meant to be comic. Good evening, Irby. Okay, so tonight I'm talking about my response to the soft guy era. So I gave a definition at the beginning, well, a few minutes ago regarding that. So now I'm getting ready to show a video. Now, of course, this is going to be under fair use. Okay, for the purpose, yes, drizzle. Okay. I'm not okay now. Now Ramon in his channel, the Intro with Barriqua, he gave his view regarding drizzle. So I decided I'm going to give my response. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to show the video. I'm going to stop here, stop there, chop it up, and then give my observation regarding this video. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen again.
Ask you to be her husband?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute myself, and then I'm going to play portions of it and then comment. So let me just. So that's that's it's very comical, but basically that's the response to the modern women when they state that they won't date a broke guy. That if unless you cannot put thousands of dollars or what have you in their hands, okay. If you cannot fly them to Dubai, you cannot fly them. Okay, you cannot get them in Mercedes Benz. No, okay. So to the modern women that are complaining about drizzle, drizzle, you asked for it, ladies, and now you're getting it. Now it's not so great, getting the taste of your own medicine. But this is what us men had to deal with from you ladies, and I'm using the term ladies loosely. So we will continue, okay, drizzle drizzle, to hear more about drizzle drizzle. And of course, it is free speech, free use, free use, free use. I don't know what's more funnier, watching this video or watching somebody's modern woman freak out because of it. I really don't know which is which. Um, Seeing this guy going on about drizzle drizzle, or watching some of these modern women getting a conniption fit with drizzle drizzle. Um, I'm just sitting back enjoying all this drizzle drizzle. Okay. I would love to hear some of the ladies opine regarding drizzle drizzle. Okay. And this whole movement. So now we will continue again. Free use, free use, free use. I think, gentlemen, we think they hit a nerve with some of these ladies that they gotten so upset that this guy's video was struck. Okay, did we hit a nerve? Yeah, I was. That's one way of looking at it. Uh, I don't know. I wouldn't know about that. But this is the thing, and I think this is meant to be satire. Okay, with this drizzle. Because look, most masculine men, and I'm gonna say this, most masculine men are not into having their girlfriend put gas in their car, wash their car, mow the lawn, and do all the things that men normally do. Okay, so look, it's satire. It was funny. Look, you gotta admit it. This is funny, and the fact that you have some modern women getting so upset and having conniption fits, it's priceless. Okay. Now they're getting a taste of what we have to deal with, and they don't like it. They don't like the fact that America being pushed to their face, and they're being exposed to the same type of crap that they've been giving us. Drizzle. Okay. So that's so much for the sprinkle. Look, let me tell you something. Irby, I don't know you that well, Irby, but I suspect that you're not expecting, if you have a woman, to mow your lawn, wash your car, do your laundry, or do all the stuff that a man wouldn't do. Okay, I'm sure that if you have a woman, you know, you would do things with each other. Okay, exactly. Okay. Look, I don't let look. What I expect from a lady is to love me and accept me for me. Okay, with all my warts, with all my imperfections, with all my idiosyncrasies, and of course, I got to do the same for her. Okay, but it's hilarious to see some of these women getting so triggered with drizzle after making us have to listen to sprinkle. I think it's hilarious. Okay, and I'm a little disappointed that I don't see too many ladies in the chat. I guess I don't know. Maybe they're just scared because of the topic, or maybe they're scared they think I'm going to like, I don't know, eat them up alive. No, this is just my response to Drizzle. Do I agree with everything that they say? No. Do I blame him for this response? No. Okay. And again, some of these modern women are getting their just desserts and then some. So we will continue drizzle, uh, fair use drizzle, and I will meet myself drizzle. Okay, that's why. Okay, I'm sorry. Again, this is meant to be humorous. Okay, if you can hear me, please enter a one in the chat. If you cannot, a two. Let me just type it up because I don't know. It's in me a moment. Sorry. Ugh. Okay. All right. Thank you. But this is again. This is meant to be humorous. Okay. Because again, let me make this perfectly clear. Most masculine men, most men that have a healthy mental outlook, do not expect women to be giving them money or giving them huge crazy gifts or doing their chores or what have you. We see this and it's obvious to all of us that it's humorous. It is satire. But the fact that you have some of these modern women that are getting offended and then going to the extent that they're trying to have streams and videos taken down simply because they cannot deal with the fact that now their stupidity is for everyone to see. That speaks a lot about the lack of accountability that some modern women have. Okay? Drizzle, drizzle. Okay? All I can say, drizzle, drizzle. If you can't take it, don't dish it out. Drizzle, drizzle. Or in your case, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? So we will, okay. You know what? If they can take the joke, they wouldn't be trying so hard to get some of these people's streams taken down or videos taken down. Okay? Men, we can take the joke. Some women, some modern women, bless their hearts, they can't. Okay? Shout out to the 8 people in the viewing this stream. Make sure that you please hit that like button because it doesn't cost you anything and it does help the algorithm. Okay? So we will continue drizzle drizzle under free use drizzle drizzle. And I will mute myself drizzle drizzle, or as a lady would prefer, sprinkle sprinkle. Again, it's very humorous, okay? Yes, if there are any ladies in the clouds, please hit the link and express your point of view, okay? Maybe you agree, disagree, whatever, but don't be shy. The link is there. It's been pinned, so you can upon you and you can say how irrational I am or how crazy I am, how senile I am, and okay, fine. Present your evidence. Present your evidence. And now we will continue fair use, sprinkle, sprinkle. No, correction. Drizzle, drizzle. I will mute myself, drizzle, drizzle. And then we will continue with the stream, drizzle, drizzle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, Good evening, Donna Ramon. Let me see. Let me see if I can continue. Just give me a moment. Emma, I'm sorry, Ramon. Oops.
Just like us. No, we can't have them do the same thing we do. Because then who's just got on my DM talking about, well, you post all these nice spots in Chicago. I was thinking that we can go to one when I get there. I said, you know what? That's fine. Just make sure that credit card isn't maxed out or that debit card has money on it because I'm expensive. She said, wait a minute, you're expecting me to pay? I said, you got in my DM. You must like what you see. So come correct. I'm expensive. I like steak dinners. And when you pull up to Chicago, I need an Uber ordered to the restaurant. We're in our soft guy era. I need this quickly, especially for this date I'm about to go in. But also, I'm not the kind of man that believes in taking care of a woman as if she's my daughter.
And I know this is just straight internet talk, but this whole soft guy era stuff that like Mark and Goody are doing, it's honestly just comedy at this point. I mean, in reality, it is comedy. It's all just satire, but the way that a lot of women are taking this so seriously and getting like truly upset about it, it's is just truly baffling. It's like, ladies, think about it. For like the last 2 to 3 years, we've had to hear y'all talk about how some random lady on YouTube that y'all don't even know's life like that is telling you guys sprinkle, and to get with a guy, not for love, but strictly just for monetary gain, for your own selfish gain at that, and thinking that you should just apply that to every man that you come across in your life that you even consider taking seriously. Imagine how men have to hear it, how men have to feel hearing that shit every single day. And then now you got like 2 or 3 dudes talking about basically the same exact thing that y'all are talking about for only like 2 weeks now. And look how upset y'all are getting about it. It's just crazy, right? But this is also like a message to men. This is why you gotta date a woman that also is more interested in you.
True.
Because only women that are not interested in you are going to be applying that kind of like pressure on you like that to say like, you need to pay all my bills even though y'all aren't even together. It needs to be the same women that say like, I'm not doing wife duties when I'm not even a wife, but expect you to do husband duties when y'all aren't even dating. They want you to break the bank just for you to talk to them. How the hell does that make any sense? Where does that even get you?
Drizzle.
Ramon, if you can hit the link, I really would appreciate it. So you can give your critique regarding the soft guy era and this drizzle. Yeah. And the crazy part, it's all satire. I mean, that's the thing, it's like, ladies, and I use the term, and I'm trying to be nice about it, but these modern ladies, you mean you cannot tell when a guy is trolling you? You cannot tell. You honest to goodness gracious cannot tell when you're being trolled. And then you get into a hissy fit if we decide to date outside the United States. Make that make sense, please. Make that make sense, folks. Or correction, ladies. Please make that make sense, because now I'm thinking about doing a part 2. I don't know. But I shout out to the 10 people that are viewing this. Okay. Well, look, let me make this perfectly clear. I was, in a sense, a passport bro, in the sense that I married someone I dated someone outside the United States and actually married them. At the same time, I did not trust American women. Okay? There are still some women that will make great wives, mothers, lifetime companions. Okay? The problem is this, and actually, I'm glad to see some of these women are finally waking up and smiling a coffee and calling out these ladies for their bullcrap. And what happens to these ladies? They get called pick-me's. Why? Because they actually want to marry someone because of love, not because of what financial gain that they can provide. Okay? And look, and again, ladies, and I say this with all the love in the world, I am not saying all of you are like this, but some of these modern women has really got to, they really got to examine themselves. This is your wake-up call. This is your reality check. Okay, the fact that you're getting all upset over a comedy skit, that you're actually that you actually in mass trying to get content taken down because they're applying the same type of logic that you've been applying to these men for all this time, and we had to listen to this crap. Make this make sense, please. Make it make sense. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add maybe 1 or 2 more minutes of this, and then we will continue. Oops.
Think about it. A lot of women will say, like, if a woman really, really likes you, she really fucks with you, she's gonna spend money on you. No doubt about it. Obviously, anyone who likes anybody is gonna put their best foot forward and spend money on them, spend time and resources on them, all that shit. But meanwhile, they're telling you that a woman that really likes you is gonna spend all this money on you. These are the same women that are turning around saying that they're not trying to go 50-50. So obviously they're letting you know up front that they don't really like you like that. Because no person, man or woman, who is dating somebody and they truly love them and truly care about them is going to just sit there and stand around and let the other person just work their asses to the freaking bone and do all these things for you, meanwhile not doing anything in return for them. Do you really think that your boss is going to let you come to work and give you a full day's worth of pay when you were just standing around not doing anything, not doing your job, nothing? Of course not. So why would you expect that out of somebody that you're in a relationship with and potentially wanting to have a long-term future with, including marriage? But yeah, that's just my little preach for this morning.
Y'all can't take care of a man. Why are you trying to waste your time talking to him?
I like this new wave of men who want to be taken care of. I actually love it. I think men in general shouldn't even work. Like, I don't even know why we have male government officials. Men shouldn't even have to handle a job as stressful as making laws. We should take all of the male government officials out of office and replace them with women, because men should be living a relaxed life. Can y'all imagine what the world would be like if we kept men cleaning, cooking? You know what? If we just kept men occupied and then let them outside. Can you imagine what it would be like to walk outside and it's just women? Can you imagine that?
That's not a bad idea. I would love to sit in the house all day just to cook and clean. That's it. Women would change their whole attitude. Like, they wouldn't even be dressing the same. You know how they dress when they go to
I'm sorry, I just had to laugh. Well, you know what? To these modern women that expect to date a guy for his wallet, this is the actual result of your stupidity. This is the result of your stupidity, ladies. Don't get upset, okay? Just learn to laugh and just treat it as this is satire. And again, I find it hilarious that these modern women are getting upset. Okay. Ah, boy. So we're going to go back. I think there's like 2 minutes left of the video. Again, fair use. Fair use. Fair use.
the club even when they got a boyfriend, they dressing all provocative and things of that nature. They wouldn't be doing that because there would be no men to impress. Yeah, I love the sound of that. They'll be coming home from work, tired, stressed out. First thing they do when they come in the house is hop on the couch and kick their boots off, kick their little shoes off or their heels off or whatever they choose to wear that day. They're gonna be masculine as hell. And imagine if only women ran the country. My goodness. I don't think men would have rights no more. No. I don't think we'd be able to vote or nothing no more. We gonna be good, bro. But then again, a bill-less life, I don't think it sounds too bad.
I don't gotta pay bills no more.
Leave all that pressure.
Yeah, that sounds good, but it would never work, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if women ran everything, it would be a disaster. You want to know why? Because anything that goes wrong, they can't point the finger at the man anymore. They would have to take accountability. We all know they allergic to this shit. So yeah, that wouldn't work. And yeah, I'm being a smart ass. I'm not trolling.
Okay, so we have a guest. Now let me let me just state for the record that the views of those who appear on the panel are not necessarily those of the host. Any attempt to copy the material without the consent of the host is prohibited. Okay, I was okay. And if you do not like the content, you can block the channel. And we're going to bring our guest. Good evening, Ramon.
Good evening, Don Jose. What's going on?
I am having a ball.
I can see it. I can see it. You're getting your laugh on, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing, because when you're laughing, very little can really hurt you. Very little can bother you. So that is a good thing. You're getting your laugh on, just like I have been getting my laugh on the last few days with all of these videos that keep coming out. They're being churned out like crazy. And
Yes.
it's more and more of these guys on TikTok getting on code with the drizzle. And I think this is amazing. This is amazing. We need to be able to push back more, because we, being the gentlemen that we are, we taking a lot of shit. We taking a lot of abuse, a lot of put downs, a lot of insults, because of the gentlemen that we are. But we need to push back some. I mean, we need to push back. We can't just sit still and keep taking abuse. All of this mental and verbal abuse. And when we have to endure put down after put down after put down, we're not supposed to say anything because we're men. Bullshit. We're never going to get any respect doing that. We need to start pushing back and make sure that it looks ridiculous. Make it look for the ridiculousness that it is. And we shouldn't feel ashamed of it. We shouldn't allow ourselves to be ashamed, because pushing back and standing one's ground, that's part of being a man too. I mean, it's not sitting still and taking abuse. No, we're not saints. We're human beings. And verbal being abused, verbal abused, that can take a toll. And then they wonder why there are guys that snap and then something tragic happens. And it's all the man's fault. So we're looking at some of the situations. I'm not saying I will never want something bad happen to a woman. But sometimes when a man commits an act of violence and a tragedy happens, we have to look at the whole thing. We have to look at what happens. Sometimes these guys have to take in so much shit that they snap.
Now,
and then something tragic happens. But we don't address that.
Now, Ramon, are you surprised that there are no ladies that actually entering any comments in the chat?
Oh man, they're watching. You're in trouble, Jose, because they will expect me. They will expect me to do this kind of thing. What you're doing is what they will expect me. I'm a misogynist in their eyes. But you're un pan de Dios. You're a diplomat. You are a pan de Dios. You're not supposed to be roasting women. that's something that it is expected of me to do because I'm seen as the misogynist one. I'm the one that is seen as the one that hates women, and because that's how they're taking it. You roasting and having fun with this, they're seeing that as woman bashing. You know that any type of little pushback, any little type of joke is seen as woman bashing, patriarchy, misogyny. You're gonna be called all of those things.
Even though I've gone out of my way to say, no, this doesn't apply to old women. This applies to only to so-called modern women. Okay.
Oh no, they're not hearing that. They're not hearing that part.
Actually, I'm thinking about doing a part 2.
Oh, hey, do your thing. Do your thing. Go in, Jose. I support it.
But I would have loved to see some of the women comment on.
Oh no, that comes later. That comes later. Not tonight. You're not gonna hear anything from them tonight. It's gonna come later. I assure you. You'll see.
Are you saying some of the women are going to be upset with me?
Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah! Oh, they're gonna be mad. They're gonna be mad at you because to them you are that sweet uncle, and now they are gonna have to see you the same as me. I'm a misogynist.
Well, you know what? There's a thing called tough love.
Well, for modern women don't understand that. Anything that is even mildly critical is seen as bashing. It's seen as bashing. They don't understand.
Okay.
The concept of tough love is being lost in our generations. For the younger generations, you can't do that because they break. I mean, they're made of very thin glass. I mean, giving them tough love, it will break them. It will break them. They're too fragile. Mm-hmm.
Well, the problem, Ramon, is I suffer from a terminal disease called I don't care-itis.
Me neither. I know a little bit. I know a little bit of that because of the way that I grew up. I had to develop some thick skin, and my admiration goes out. My admiration goes out to the women of back in the day because they actually had thicker skin. They could take a joke and they could roast back. I respected that. I still do. I respect a woman that can take a joke and she can dish it out, but she has to be able to take it. I can respect that.
Well,
there are certain types that wanna dish it out, but they can't take it. They can't take it because they'll crumble.
But remember, it's sprinkle.
Yeah.
So sprinkle. Someone want like equality, but only on their terms. Sprinkle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's unfortunate, but that's how it goes. That's right.
But you can tell, Ramon, I'm enjoying this.
Yeah. Good. That's a good thing. And there is a lot of videos, a lot of material. With it's only growing. The library. There is a whole library of compilations of TikTok clips with the guys getting on code with the drizzle. It's only churning out. It's only coming out more and more. I mean, I started when I talked about it. That was at the very beginning. I mean, but because I may have shown you a clip here and there, a video here and there, but some of those videos have become series of videos.
Yeah.
Will I say something about it? Anything more about it? I don't know because there is a friend of ours that may also touch on that. I don't want to say names, but I guess you could guess it. I don't want to say the names because I don't know for sure if the person is gonna do it. But one of our friends is talking about also doing a live stream touching on it. And you're gonna know. You're gonna know if it happens. You're gonna know. But because I don't know for
Um,
sure, I don't want to say the name.
well, maybe if you can hang on for the backstage, you can share it with me privately.
Yeah, I can be there for a few minutes. Mhm.
Okay. Now, now, in your wildest dreams, Ramon, do you think that these women would be acting this way to the extent that they would try to have videos taken down and channels taken down because of this drizzle?
No, well, I know that there are some of them that are getting so mad that they're trying to censor it. You see, that's the difference. That's the difference because it should tell you something about who has the emotional intelligence in this situation. Because none of these guys, none of the drizzle guys are trying to cancel anybody. They're not trying to take videos down. They're not trying to censor anybody. None of us want anybody censored. No, go on ahead. The sprinkles, go on ahead. Keep going, keep doing the videos, keep doing the bashing, and they're just giving the drizzle more to react to. They're giving them they're giving them the ammunition to use it right back at them. I mean, it's a game of tennis if you wish, if you can see it that way. I mean, okay, they can they can lob the ball over, but it can be swatted back. So no, we're not,
okay,
we don't want
okay.
to censor them, but don't censor us.
But you know what's the crazy part, Ramon? And I said this earlier in the stream. Most men with a healthy self-esteem,
Mhm.
who are thinking clearly,
Yeah.
don't expect their women to pay for their bills and do their things and what have you. What they expect is someone that that will love them, respect them, that can allow us to lead, and then we provide a good example for them to follow.
No, definitely. I've never said that I have to be like a pimp because a lot of these attitudes that are being reflected back at women, some of it. This is just my opinion. A lot of it kind of traces back to kind of like the old school pimp culture, in which men didn't do the providing, the women were the one that do the providing, but the men do the managing, and these guys, the pimps, they will benefit with that. They will get the money and they will go shopping and they will treat themselves and they will get nice clothes and they will some of them it will go and get their nails done. Those are kind of like the extreme ones. I wouldn't be doing that, but they were able to kind of like flip the script because for attention and the protection of a man is something that is very valuable to women, and there are some women that are willing to pay for it, and that's when the whole pimping thing came to be. I mean, the pimp goes kind of like the protection and the guidance, and the woman were willing to pay the man for it, to give the man some money for it. I mean, because at least in because I have done some reading about it, and that's basically what it is. I mean, the man offers the protection and the guidance. At least there is no correct way to practice pimping, but at least in the concept, the original concept, it was kind of like more about protection and guidance, and the women will provide the money, and the men will be able to kind of like kick back and take it easy while the women were the ones working and strolling the streets and all of that. It's kind of like what is going now, the jokes, these jokes, it kind of traces back to that when the man didn't have to do shit and they will have women paying his way. I think that's kind of like what this harken back to. I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm not trying to do none of that now. If I were to meet a cougar, a cougar with money to spend, I guess I will give it a try. I've never done it. But that's
Okay.
kind of
What
like
about
what they're
okay?
reflecting back to. Mhm.
What about a cougar that weighs say 600
No,
pounds
no, no,
and
no,
have
no,
a
no. Fat cougars, no, they're not gonna live long. Somebody like that is not gonna live long anyway. So no thanks. Don't start.
yeah.
No, don't start with that. Don't start with that. I don't want no hippo. I don't want
Even
no
hippos
whale.
need love.
Yeah,
Even
not from
whales need
me.
love.
No, not from me. No thanks. But
Well,
no, no, but for real, for
I'm not
real. Yeah.
no,
Uh-huh.
I'm not surprised that hey Gigi.
Oh man. Oh man. I don't. Hey, Gigi, what's going on, girl? I don't know if you have been listening from the beginning. If you are, you might be mad. You might be so mad at us.
Okay, but look,
Or
okay, but
maybe she just tuned in and doesn't know. Okay.
okay. So Gigi, this is my take regarding the soft guy era. So basically what I did is I gave a description what it's about, what was his origin, and then we show a video um where the guys obviously was doing satire with the drizzle. Okay.
No, you're gonna have
And
to.
the
You're
fact
gonna
that
have
you
a.
have someone
Uh-huh. No, just wanted to say that Gigi's gonna have to listen to the playback. She's gonna be mad at you.
well, you know what?
I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
You know what? We don't like to we don't want to assume how any female will respond to this dream. Okay, because
Mhm.
the old joke when you assume you make an ass out of you and me. But look,
Right.
no, it just no. It what it is. It's our take regarding the soft guy era, which is basically um, response to the sprinkle, and how certain modern women have these ridiculously high standards for men. So it was so basically men, and actually this is all satire. But the thing it's like you have some women that are so upset that they're trying to have videos taken down. Okay. And again, even though a lot of people don't hear this doesn't apply to all women.
Mhm.
Okay. Exactly. You see, exactly. That's my whole point. Gigi, you made my point for me. Okay. Because it's all satire. Okay. You, Gigi, have great. You use your intelligence that God gave you, and you can tell that it's all satire because no. Okay, let me put it this way: most men that have a healthy self-esteem, that are all there, do not expect a woman to pay their bills. Do not expect a woman to give them all that crazy treatment that some of these women have been expecting from men. It's satire. And the crazy part is that some of these ladies, and I use the term loosely, getting so freaking upset about it. That's the crazy part. Okay. But if you were to sit down and you really analyze what they're talking about with the drizzle, it's satire. It's men trolling some of these women. That's what it is. And the fact that you have some ladies getting butthurt, that's the crazy part.
Yeah. Yeah.
But by all means, Gigi, if you're able to hit the link and just express your point of view, great. If not, I
Yeah.
will.
Yeah. Come on up.
Okay. But I just had to give my response.
Mhm.
So you're saying, Ramon, I'm going to get a lot of hate views because of this?
Oh yeah. Somebody's gonna be mad at you. Watch. I can't believe you did that. You're like that misogynist introvert. You're something like an introvert with that misogyny. Something along those lines.
Look, at this point, people can okay. Let me put it this way. At this point, people should know me enough to know that, hey, this is not meant to be a jab on women. It does. I'm just giving my reaction to something that's happening now. And the crazy part is, this is all satire.
Yeah. They're gonna hear what they want to hear.
Oh, this is interesting.
I know you. I know you. I know you figured that.
Okay.
That's all right.
Well, you know what, Gigi, that's fine. You can think that.
Yeah,
Like
we
I
can make
said-
the same assumption. We can make the same assumption about women,
But you know
whether
what?
it is true or not.
But you know what? I don't make the same assumption regarding women.
Yeah.
So at least give us a little bit of credit. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Give us a little bit of credit. I mean, look, we don't make this assumption regarding all women, so don't make the same assumption about us. And again, it's satire.
Who's
Who?
being sensitive? Exactly. You see that projection. It's called projection.
Well, she's not okay.
Trolling your kinda. The kinda is where the kinda part is where you. That's what it shows.
Look,
What really is.
okay. I'm gonna state this. I'm gonna try to state this one more time. Okay. If
They
it
know.
doesn't apply, let it fly, people.
Mhm.
If it doesn't fly, let it apply. If someone is getting triggered, then you need to sit down and ask yourself, why? Why? Okay. It kind of reminds me, remember when I did this series, the 3-part series, I think it was 2 years ago, regarding toxic femininity?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you recall how some of the ladies reacted?
Oh boy. Oh man. I don't wait. I don't think we have to get into that. Oh, I remember.
Now, didn't I went on my way to tell and explain that it didn't apply to all women?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did. But did they hear you though? Did
No.
they hear you? Exactly.
I mean, look, again, people, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say on it. Okay. It again, and the reason why this is even being discussed is because you have some ladies who are getting butthurt because of drizzle. And this is the response to sprinkle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, but One thing I
No,
will say.
we know that. We know that
Gigi,
part.
Gigi, one thing I will say about you is that, yeah, you do get emotional at times, but you're rational. Okay. And I know people will say whatever, but you are a rational person. Now, how soon, Ramon, how soon you think it's going to be before I start getting hate messages regarding this stream?
Just wait until tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Just to 24 hours, less than 24 hours. Let's see what happens.
And what do you think
I
is
could
going
be
to be
wrong. I could be wrong, but somebody's gonna have a problem. Hmm.
Okay. That's true. That's true. There are days where we're, when we're rational, and the days that we're not. So are you saying that within 24 hours, I'm going to get some negative comments?
Well, I don't know if you get hate like you used to. I know that there used to be people that will give you a lot of hate, and you will be catching a lot of flack for stating simple points of view and opinions that really were never meant to offend anybody. But you know that there are people that live to be offended. I mean, because that's like the way that they can get some attention, or they can be into some drama shit. I mean, I don't know if it's still maybe it's not like that anymore, thank goodness. But you know that you have to deal with the haters and people having a problem with what you say. So somebody can come up and start having a problem about this stream.
Well, like I said before, I mean, if you disagree, by all means, you can enter your comment. You can state where we got it wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And the thing is, like I said before, I do have thick skin. Okay. I can take a critique. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll take my shots, like any other YouTube creator. Okay. But the thing is this, look, when everything is said and done, I am just simply giving you my observation regarding the soft guy era. And to me, this is the logical, or albeit humorous, response to sprinkle.
Yeah. That's all right. That's all right. Oh, who was acting guilty?
Really?
Guilty about what? Guilty about what?
Well, you know what? I think GD needs to amplify a little bit. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Or maybe hit the link and then try to show us
come on
more
now.
of our ways. Yeah. Well, you know what, Irby, look, to be a YouTube creator, and you have to have thick skin, because people will come at you. People will come with you. If it's not because of your content, it's because of who you wish to hang with.
Yeah, I remember at the beginning I will get a hate comment here and there, even though I have never, but it wasn't necessarily because of something that I said. It may have been because my association with a friend of ours.
Yes.
Well, a certain friend of ours. I think you know who I'm referring to.
Oh, yes, I do. You don't have to mention names, but I totally
So I did learn, but basically I have learned that when somebody tries to throw hate at you and they're being vague, and all you have to do is tell them, okay, I'm gonna need you to explain what is it that you don't like, what's your problem, explain, justify it. So
Yes.
not getting bothered, and
some people
because it's on them the burden of proof. If they're gonna be doing hate comments and all of that, okay, where does that come from? Why the hate comment? What's your problem? You know what I'm saying?
Our version of Drizzle? Okay. I'm going to let Ramon speak for himself But for me,
Mhm.
I don't expect any lady to pay for my bills. I don't expect any lady to do household chores for me. Okay.
Mhm.
What I do expect is if I'm with a lady, that there's mutual respect and love, and we cherish each other and we honor each other. That's what I expect. I expect. I'll let you mansplain. What do you expect?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna mansplain. So you need to listen because I'm gonna mansplain to you because you don't understand. You you're caught up in your little feelings, so I have to mansplain things to you so you understand. Nah. I mean, I have been in relationships before, and I understand what my role is, and I know what is expected of me, and I know when do I have to come out of my pocket for things, and paying for the dates and being the main provider. I have already been there. I was married about at one time, and I know what is expected of a man. It's just that if I'm gonna be with a woman, I would rather be with somebody who is an adult, uh, not a child, because there are some of these women that maybe grew up watching Disney movies, so they are kind of like entitled and spoiled and are expecting Disney princess treatment, and it's because uh, some of them were never told no, and they were treated like little princesses, and they were never shown what the real world is like. And some of them, they are looking for a kind of like a father figure that is going to be sponsoring them, and they just want to be able to sit back and not do anything. Like that's not that's not an asset. That's not an asset to a man's life. That's a liability. I mean, something to bring to the situation. I mean, I do need for her to be an adult and being able to bring something to the situation. Yeah, main provider will be me, and that's basically how I was raised. So I never say anything about that the woman has to pay my my bills. I've never been in that position. I've never been in that situation where I can have a woman pay my bills. That has never happened. I'm well aware that I have to take care of myself. But if I'm gonna be at this timing at this point in time, because I'm a little older, then I'm I'm not trying to adopt anybody. I'm not trying to adopt. If I'm gonna be, if I'm dealing with a woman, she has to be grown. She has to be grown, and she has to understand that in a relationship, people have to pull up their own weight, have to carry their own weight. And somebody who doesn't bring anything positive to the situation, that's dead weight. I mean, because okay, the okay, the woman brings the box, but they don't want to do anything else. I don't need a woman like that. That's a liability. So
And
yeah,
yeah,
on occasion, I would like for her to do something nice to me. She actually had, she actually cared about me. She could do it, and she will do it.
yeah.
Mhm.
And the flip side is that a woman wants a man who is an adult, that is responsible.
Oh, that's what they all say. That's what they all say, to be a grown man and things like that. Well, okay, well, we're gonna be grown men, but the women can't be having princess entitlements. I mean,
Okay.
we're done with that.
Well, look, I think we can agree that
Mhm.
responsible, mature women want responsible, mature men. I think we can all agree on that.
Mhm. Golden,
Okay.
I think you're talking about the whole 4B movement. I might do a video on that, which is basically the female MGTOW. It's basically the same thing, but for women. But that's something that it comes out of South Korea, and I'm already hearing that that's not really much of a thing. That's like a tiny faction of women that have that mentality, and it's not going to be successful not in that culture. I might do
And
a video on that.
And my understanding, not too many Korean women believe in that.
For the most part, they don't. Most part don't. I already came across a video of an actual South Korean woman who's saying, "Look, the whole 4B thing is a tiny faction. It's a tiny faction of women that have that extreme mentality that they want to do the like the female MGTOW thing. So it's a small faction of women over there. That's not it's not what the feminists, what the white feminists over here are saying, that is this so successful movement and that needs to be brought here to the United States. That's not really a thing. That's a whole bunch of hot gas that they're talking about.
Well, in any case, I think we have discussed it amply. Okay. So I think, like I said before, some of these modern women need to understand that it's all satire. So they need not to get their panties in a bunch when they hear men talking about drizzle. I mean, come on. This is the natural response to sprinkle. So I'm going to start to wrap this up because I do want to have a brief backstage. So
Yes.
we're going to start to take final remarks. So I'm going to start with the person who wants to be a slave and be tied up and then have 10,600-pound women who haven't bathed in a month, who haven't wiped their butts, make love to him one on top of the other.
Okay.
Who wants to go to Orchard Beach and swim in the water, knowing that the water is
And that sewer water, no thanks.
thing. Who wants to get on the
Thank you, Cheryl.
subway? Who wants to get
I did a live stream about it, Kishel. Check out my live stream that I did a couple of days
Okay,
back.
Drizzle.
Few days
Okay,
back.
Drizzle. Basically, it's that they don't want to date any broke men. They want men that can own.
No,
their life.
sprinkle. That's a sprinkle. But drizzle is men that don't want to date broke women.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is. I'm sorry. Okay, who wants to get on the subway in the middle of the summertime when it's jam packed, when everyone breaking wind and everyone eating Limburger cheese?
Mhm.
Who wants to go to Times Square to watch the ball drop in shorts and want to be hugged and kissed by strangers and is hoping to be a member of the Polar Bear Club, the introvert buddy. Wow.
Thank you, Jose, for all that messed up description. Because I mean, you're describing me as a chubby chaser, as a dirty chubby chaser. Because I mean, you're describing these women that don't have any concept of hygiene. I don't mess with women that don't practice hygiene. Coming from where I'm from, hygiene is a must. Hygiene is necessary because of being born and raised in humid weather, in humid environment. You have to practice good hygiene. That's necessary. They say there's at least 3 people in the chat.
I don't know.
I don't know why they will
I have
will
no
say
idea.
that.
Gigi.
Yeah. There are people watching. I mean, the YouTube is not doing the algorithm thing properly. I don't know what's up with that. But something that I wanted to say really quick to Michelle, when it comes to the drizzle, I did a video, and also check out the playback of this video, and you'll see what we're talking about when it comes to the whole drizzle thing. But I want to say, Jose, thank you for letting me be on your panel. I know that I tuned in a little late. I wanted you to do your thing. I didn't want to interrupt. But yeah. I mean, if you need to do a part 2 and make more people mad, then by all means, if you're having fun with it, go about it. Go for it. I already did my video. I don't feel like there is need for me to touch on that again. But I may do something about the whole 4B thing, because I have been hearing from different sides, because that it might be a case of cultural appropriation, it being promoted here in the States, because it's redundant. I already mentioned that is the white feminists, all the feminists in this country trying to take on the whole 4B thing is overly redundant. But Don Jose, I appreciate you letting me be on your panel, and I'll hang on for the backstage.
Yes, and I would
Shout out to the
appreciate-
chat. Shout out you guys.
I would appreciate if you would share it on your community tab.
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna do, when we're done, I'm gonna show I'm gonna put it on the community tab. I'm gonna put it on my wall. So yes, I'm gonna share it. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you in the backstage. And again, people, if you have not done so, please consider subscribing to Inquirigua, Golden Goddess, and my friend Kesha and her channels. So I'm gonna put you in the backstage. Now I'm gonna give you my final thoughts. Okay, again, let me make this perfectly clear. This was not meant to be like an attack on women. This is just basically my reaction to the soft guard era. Most men don't want women to be paying their bills. What most men want is women that are mature, that they can build a relationship and build a life together. That is my belief. And I believe most mature women want the same thing. So that's all. That's the whole point. It's all satire and is meant to be humorous. Huge shout out to all those who appear in the chat, and a huge shout out to catch the stream on the playback. Thank Ramon for stopping by. So I'm going to be doing a stream on Thursday on my other channel, which is Latina Diaspora, where I'm talking about Latinos and the 2024 election and the role we're going to play in this year's election. So the link to join, to check my other channel, it's in the description box. So we're going to close by saying the same words. We must do our part to avoid the presence of the mentally and intellectually challenged, because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by their stupidity and massive insanity. This has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron saying good night, take care, and peace. And to some of these modern women, get a life and stop being so triggered. Take care and peace.